Oh yes! Today we are going to be talking about 3 iconic sports cards. Which one is your favorite? I want to hear your thoughts. Let's get into it. Hello to all my sports card collectors, investors, all of my collectibles friends. It's another day, it's another video. This is going to be a really fun one. I'm excited about this one. If you're new here and you're just looking for sports card collectibles type content, your family is tired of hearing you talk about it. They just don't care, guys. They don't care. They don't want to hear about it. That's what we're here for. We are the community. We are the hobby community. So thank you very much for joining us here today. Also, don't forget to connect with me on IG at SportsCardDad, and I'm also on the Twitter machine, the Sports Card Dad. Big announcement, guys. We have hit 15,000 subscribers. I appreciate you so much. It feels like a pretty good milestone. This is a big milestone. If you've been following my channel, it's been kind of a slow creep up the mountain to get where we are. No flash in the pan viral videos to kind of get us, 1,000 quick subscribers, couple thousand quick subscribers. No, it's been a climb. It's been a grind, and it's a grind that I love. So thank you very much for joining me on that grind. And something I'm going to add, I had not thought about it until about a week ago, and I was like, you know what? I looked into it. I was like, why not? Why not? I'm going to throw up merch. Sports Card Dad logo merch is going to be real basic stuff to start with. It should be down below. I'm still kind of tinkering with it to figure out how it even works. I'm also going to add in other types of shirts and different things. I'm going to try to come up with some different kind of funny things. If you have t-shirt ideas, don't be shy. Throw them in the comments. I would be happy to see it. Any kind of sports card collectibles type stuff would be really fun. So I'm open. I'm wide open to ideas, but that is kind of a new thing that we're going to add to the channel is new merch options. All right, let's dive into this thing. So what was happening today, and actually really over the last few days, over the weekend, I've been looking at 3 cards. I've been looking at a lot of cards, but these 3 in particular, not in a PSA 10, and you'll understand why, but I'm going to talk about the PSA 10s as well as some of the other grades for these 3 particular cards. The first one that we're going to talk about is the 1976 Topps Walter Payton Sweetness rookie card in a PSA 10. Unbelievable card. I saw this one about a year ago. I saw one of these at the Dallas show in May of last year, and it looked the part. I mean, it looked absolutely perfect. It's weird, too, to see those types of cards that are perfectly centered. I mean, that's the thing that really sticks out. And then to see that it doesn't have any soft corners and stuff, it's kind of wild to see it. And so to see that Payton in a PSA 10, unbelievable. Recent sale for this one is at $96,000, but I've seen this kind of fluctuate the prices. I would say over the last year, I've seen it anywhere from 70 to this price to 96,000, 70,000 that is. In a PSA 10, the population is 53. And again, this is an expensive card. It's a very expensive card. This would be this is a grail. This is a big time grail card for a football card collector. In a PSA 9, there's 685 currently in a PSA 9. It's a $7,000 card roughly if we're going by recent pricing. And then if we go to an 8, there is $2,770. 2,770 of those, and it's about a $1,200 card in an 8. I own this card in a 6, and for me, that was kind of more of an affordable price. I got it over a year ago, maybe 18 months ago, for about $400, and it's about that price. It's kind of in that $400 to $500 range, but I wanted just a nice-looking 6, and I've done that for a few kind of legends, like Roger Staubach rookies, Terry Bradshaw rookies. 6 has kind of been my magic number, because once you start getting into higher grades for this type of stuff, it just gets more and more expensive. So Walter Payton, top 4 running back of all time. When I think of the top 4, and people will argue this, of course they will, they're going to argue it, but I think Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith. I don't necessarily think that Emmitt Smith is the most talented back, but it's hard to leave him out when he's the all-time rushing leader. He stayed relatively injury-free, amazingly, with how much the guy actually ran the ball. It's kind of incredible, really. Just an Iron Man. And yes, he had an amazing offensive line. in Dallas, but still, he did what he did. You know, he is the all-time rushing leader, and frankly, probably always will be, unless we somehow go back to, you know, a run-first NFL league. Maybe, I don't know though. I mean, but the way that the NFL currently runs, it's a pass-heavy league, even to running back. So I don't see anybody breaking that record, at least not anytime soon, of Emmitt Smith. So Walter Payton's in that top 4 by far, and I didn't get to see the prime of his career. I was born in '81, so you know, I was 5 years old and actually living in England when they won the Super Bowl, the Bears, when Walter Payton actually did not get to score a touchdown in that rout. Mike Ditka, is he ever going to live that down? Probably not. It's kind of a weird thing. Refrigerator Perry scored, but Walter Payton didn't. But anyway.
First of all, the reality of first and goal. Perry. That one registered 3.8.
So that's the first card that we're going to cover is the Walter Payton rookie. The second one, 86 Topps Jerry Rice rookie card. One of my all-time favorite cards. I just love the bordering. I love the design of the set. I do have a complete set that I got a little bit ago, maybe almost a year ago now, but I got it for $100. So I've got a raw copy of the Jerry Rice rookie, and then I've also got it in a PSA 7. The price difference between a 7 and a 10 is drastically different, my friends. Recent sales of the 10 kind of in that $70,000 to $80,000 range for a PSA 10 Rice rookie. If we're looking at a 9, there's about 1,000 of them, 1,045, and you've got recent sales at $1,700. And the pop, so to give you an idea too, on the pop for the Jerry Rice and a PSA 10, it's 59. But just think about that price differential. There's 59 PSA 10s, and it sits at about 80 grand. There's a little over 1,000 PSA 9s, and it's $1,700. That's wild to me. And I mentioned I have a PSA 7. Guess how many PSA 8s there are? 12,762, and that's before you get down to my PSA 7s. Now, the fact that these carry value is just because this guy is the greatest receiver of all time. There are some Randy Moss homers that would say that Randy Moss was a better all-around athlete.
To this Viking team. Here's Cunningham back to throw it and going deep, and he's got Moss, and there's a flag on the play, and Moss has caught the pass and is in the end zone anyway. Touchdown. Just throw it as far as you can.
This guy is amazing. Randy Moss is amazing. Randall Cunningham is amazing. That Randall Cunningham was telling us last week that
I could see as far as if you're going that route where it's like which receiver was just the most natural talent of all time. Maybe it is Randy Moss. Just the stuff that he did was just unbelievable, that guy. But Jerry Rice outworked everybody. And again, he's kind of in that like Emmitt Smith type zone where he just played a long time and he was highly productive for a long time. He's got 4 Super Bowl rings. I think he's got 4. Does he have 5? Did he win with another team? I think he's just got 4. That 86 Jerry Rice rookie card, obviously I like it. I've got a painting of it over here. Another one of these amazing iconic cards in the hobby. Last but not least, his teammate, Joe Montana, 1981 Topps. Another fantastic card. In a PSA 10, there is currently 108 of these. And right now, you've got a recent sale at about $70,000. These have fluctuated. I've seen them. I think they went as low as maybe like 45 or 50. So it does kind of range, but then they've gone up to about 100. So I think it just depends. Again, there's 108 out there. So there's not a lot of them, but there's enough of them to where if a few of them are going off on auction at the same time, it can greatly affect the pricing there. But in a PSA 9, you've got 1,980 of these, and it's about the same price as that Rice rookie card in a PSA 9. It's about $1,700 for a 9. I have an 8. I have an 8 that I got a few years back for $150. Right now, it's maybe like a $375, $400 card. The 8s are fairly common. The one thing I've noticed with a lot of these 80s cards, it's very difficult, or I shouldn't say very, it's pretty difficult to get 9s, impossible to get 10s. 8 is a very comfortable grade, it seems like, for PSA to give. If it's a nice looking copy, 7 and 8 seems to be like where they fall on. That's like, it seems like that's the common grade as opposed to giving it a 9, or a 10 for sure. So population 108 for a 10, 1,980 for a 9, 7,969 in an 8. So if you're looking for more of a price point, but you want a nice copy of all three of these cards, really, that 8 is kind of it's reachable. You know, it's certainly reachable, even if you are on a budget. Like I said, the copy of the Montana in a PSA 8 is about a $350 card, maybe $400 card. So it's not cheap, but this is one of the greatest players of all time. This is a huge, huge card in the football card collecting world. Was it printed a lot? Yes. It's not an extremely rare card. It's not. A lot of the 80s cards are that way. It's just once you get into the higher grades, then you get into some different types of price points. So which one is your favorite? For me, I have to go out of these three. As much as I love all three of these cards, if I had to pick and I had to buy, if I was going after the PSA 10, I think it would have to be the Jerry Rice rookie card in a PSA 10. And I know that we had talked about that Walter Payton. You know, the PSA 10 was more expensive currently than that Rice by a little bit, by a small. And again, like these prices fluctuate. This is just some recent sales. It could change. But that 1986 top set is just so iconic to me. And that particular card, he is the GOAT wide receiver in Jerry Rice. Whereas Walter Payton, some would say he's the best running back of all time. A lot of people would say it's Jim Brown. A lot of people would say it's Barry Sanders. Some would say Emmitt Smith, etc. I would go with the GOAT. Montana, 4 rings, amazing player. He is a top 5 NFL quarterback of all time, but Tom Brady is the QB GOAT in the NFL. So I think for this, I would go, because it's the combination of a set that I love and Rice just being that all-time receiver. A lot of his records will never be broken. I really like that particular card. So I would pick that one. That is my favorite. That is my favorite card. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you like me doing these types of videos, I would like to do more of these because this is kind of fun. This is card banter. You know, these are conversation starters, and that's what I like. So, you know, if there's other cards that you want to see kind of videos about, you know, doesn't matter the era, anything, let me holler at me. Let me know. I'm always open to suggestions, and I like talking about a variety of different cards. So guys, thank you very much for joining me here today. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.